Now, clear, accurate. This is WCCO 4 News.
It's a tough life. It's not an easy life.
It's called ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or Lou Gehrig's disease. And in each case, it's a death sentence. There is no known cause. There is no cure. Tonight, Dennis Doda introduces us to a man whose story is an amazing struggle for both survival and dignity, and the hope that a cure may come from stem cell research.
You know, you got a kind of a worried look to your face, you know? Oh, no, like you're stressed a little bit.
These were dark days for David Sheets. He was losing muscle coordination. His arm shook. He was in great pain.
Probably a little stressful. Yeah.
This is video from 1985. Sheets was part of a clinical trial for ALS, a neurological disease that destroys your central nervous system. The University of Minnesota was testing new ALS medication on Sheets and many others to see how the drugs were working. They didn't. He didn't know it 16 years ago, but Sheets was losing the battle against Lou Gehrig's disease.
Now come on back.
2 months after the trial, David wouldn't be able to walk. By 1987, he was paralyzed.
A-H-W, questionable? My future's questionable?
This is David today.
He thinks about having the been unplugged.
It's been said, having ALS is like being buried alive in your own body. David can't walk or talk. He can't breathe or eat without tubes. Mary, his wife of 5 years, has never even heard him speak. He communicates with a computer. He wears a pressure-sensitive headband that responds to his right eyebrow.
A-H-A.
And he talks by using a plastic board called an E-Tran, spelled E-T-R-A-N, named after the most common letters used in the alphabet. His eyes dart from letter to letter as Mary tediously forms his sentence.
S-T-E-M, stem cell. T-I is T-H-E, the N-C-O-L-O. Closest thing they've come to a cure in all these years.
But how close is stem cell research to a cure for ALS? Can a drug rewire the brain and central nervous system?
The circuitry is complex. To reestablish those connections is a tall order.
Dr. William David of HCMC is one of the leading ALS researchers. Stem cells have been celebrated as a cure-all for everything, from Alzheimer's to heart disease. Ideally, stem cells would attack ALS this way.
Once they're infused into the body, that they would find their way to the sites of injury, that they would take up residence in those areas, that they would sprout, form normal connections, reestablish normal functional connections with other nerves, other muscles, and then permit the reestablishment of normal function. With respect to David, he has had ALS for approximately 18 years. So the damage for him has largely been done.
It's a tough life. It's not an easy life.
Stem cells may one day help cure ALS or prevent its spread to other parts of the body. For David Sheets, the damage is done. But he chooses to fight on, even though 97% of people with advanced ALS choose to die. Friends, even some family members, don't come around much anymore because David says they feel uncomfortable around him. They don't know what to say. Jeremiah Whitten, a journalist, is an exception.
He has an incredible personality. It totally transcends his inability to move or speak. When I walk into the room, you can just feel this force, this strength emanating from him. Very few people would have the courage to do what he does.
David actually holds a job working on his computer, doing market research for Thomas Design Group in Plymouth. Interestingly, 99% of people with ALS do not lose cognitive ability. David's a great example. He's bright and funny. Also, people with ALS like to be touched, but rarely are. Maybe people are afraid they'll hurt them or just feel uncomfortable doing it. So if you know someone with ALS, try a little tenderness. Back to you.
Thanks, Dennis. Trish Van Pilsum has a wake-up call parents won't want to miss. It's tomorrow at 10 in Dimension.